Welcome to the Football Identity Ninja Smarty Goalkeeper training. In this session I will be showing you how to train yourself to be just like a new goalkeeper like me. I will be using the test matches to illustrate the different techniques used to goalkeeper. Goalkeeping is different than being any other kinds of attacker, midfielder or striker or defender. Being goalkeeper is the last person in the defense. Therefore, it is key that you never make mistake, especially when they shoot at goal. As you can see, at the moment they have the ball, we have the ball, and we are clear that they won't score a goal. This is the only time I go out of the box. If they are approaching, I redeem myself by going back into the box. Now you can see that 14 is about to tackle him, having the chance of luck that he will get the ball. However, now you will see they have the ball, so I will have my momentum back, so that if they have the ball and pass to these guys, I can quickly move back to inside the goal area where I will be safe. You see, at the moment 13 has the ball. The ball comes here. At the moment 3 could get the ball. However, 18 possibly, as you can see, will not receive the ball. In this chance, at the moment, because they can't get the ball, I will be advancing towards the ball. And in normal situations, if 3 couldn't get the ball will pass through here. I will be able to intercept the ball and a high pass back to the field. In cases, which I will show you later, if the ball comes and the opponents will get the ball, we must advance immediately back to the goal, because otherwise they can just lob it over a high pass, having the chance we won't be able to get the ball. If you are completely safe that you will not give the ball to the opponents, you can stand outside of the box. Now that we have the ball, it's fine. This is the furthest, unless having been in the last minutes, that you will be inside the goal during a free kick or a penalty or a corner at the last minute. Else, I would advise not going past this line. Now my cat is in the way. As a goalkeeper, it is also key not to lose your fitness, as you can see downstairs here. At the moment, mine is 95%. Having a high fitness would mean that you won't get tired, as they say it, like a normal in real life. If you are tired, you seem to be underperforming, having a bigger chance of missing your targets. For a goalkeeper, this is very essential. If you are tired and you save the ball, you will probably lose. It is also important to keep your confidence up to as high as possible, the red area. This is because you will be comfortable. As you can see, the penalty is taken. I will be going back to the area. Now this person might be standing very near. Do not fear. He is currently in the offside position, meaning that if he manages to save the ball, a high pass will come in this area. He will not be able to get it, meaning you can intercept the ball. Intercepting the ball is also very crucial, because if you don't intercept the ball, the opponents will probably get it. However, do not overuse this. Once more, one mistake could lead your team down a goal. With kickoffs, usually if the opponents have the ball, bots usually stay in this area and will advance towards the center dots. However, this will take fitness. Usually what I do is I stand here on the dot or just behind the dot. This is because you are not too far out of the goal, enabling them to do a high pass with luck or Maradona pass into the goal. If we have the kickoff, which I'll show you later, I will usually be standing between this and center dots. This is because I trust my teammates. They will not pass the ball and score a goal. Now, if that happens, you always have chance of going back with momentum. Now, bots usually do this like I'm doing at the moment, standing on the dot and waiting for the ball to come. However, it is essential to have good positioning on the goalkeeper. This is because it will increase your chance when saving the ball, which I'll show you later, when standing inside the ball, so that the ball will hit right through you. Like for example now, the ball will be there, so I will be standing a line, if you manage to get here, a line with the goal. The reason why I stood here was because 18 could get the ball between here possibly. However, he didn't. If he managed to get the ball, I will still be aligned with the goal. This, once, like I said before, you are the last defender. You must not make a mistake. If you decided to go out and he got the ball, you could possibly high pass the ball into the goal, leading to a loss or a reduction in goals scored and conceded. This will also increase your match rating. Now the ball is there currently. This means they will not be able, even with the best stats, to kick the ball all the way from here to the goal. This is a dangerous situation. You could possibly be staying here or going out. However, due to the fact they will not be able to pass this long, I will be standing here for my own comfort. Another penalty. Now, usually, if it's a corner or anything, because it's nearly time, this is a test match, it will only go to 60 minutes. If there is a corner and it's close, I will be usually standing near the area, because an extra man always helps in the attack. Let's go to another test match. Why isn't it moving? Why isn't it moving? I want to get to the other window. I want to put this one on. Better? Okay. Okay, welcome back. This is the second part. We are now the green team. They have the ball, the red team. They have passed the ball here, meaning that we will have to position ourselves so we are in between the goals. For example, here. The biggest advice I could give you is try and stay between the posts. Now, if you, for example, are not that good at positioning, you have to really train yourself, because this will greatly increase your chance at saving the ball. As you can see, 9 has a bigger chance of getting the ball now. I am positioned at the moment so that the ball, if the ball comes, I will still be able to get the ball. Momentum also has a great effect upon the game engine. Having a high momentum, as you might have seen in other positions like a striker or a midfield, the less momentum you have, the bigger chance you will give the ball to the opponents, because you have a higher speed. This means you will always try and have a low momentum when saving the ball. At the moment they have intercepted the ball and I am standing here. This is once more because I am between both posts. As you can see, I am able to catch the ball if any ball are being shot from there. It is also essential not to stand too far out of the goal or too close to the goal. The reason for this is because if you are standing here, to be smart that they could maybe pass the ball here, if they get the ball, there's always a chance they could get the ball, and you are standing here or here, this could be a problem. They could just pass the ball over your head, where someone, for example in this case 10, is standing, and then with a header, for example, or a bicycle kick into the goal. Now, 5 has the ball and is unable to get the ball. Up to here is the block, because you can see a small change in the thing. You always have to be careful with these things. You can see 11 having the ball here. 10 tried to make a fake. Now, at the moment I am positioned in a decent spot. Right? It is crucial to look at the amount of bars. Down here the page, there's always the amount of bars there's shot. Because he is currently too far walled, attack with hands for a goalkeeper always is very good. However, because this person tackled the ball first and had success, he got the ball. However, if he didn't make it, if he made it to here, there is a very, very, very high chance you will win. You will win for the ball. If you manage to grab the ball with your hands, to tackle the ball with your hands, the probability that you will win is super high compared to the other person. In 2000, towards the end of 2013, the game has changed so that walking with the ball is less effective when walking past the goalkeeper. Something like that. Now, the reason why I'm standing here and not out of the box is because 4 has a bigger chance of getting the ball earlier than number 18. This means I don't want to be standing over here or here, because otherwise the ball will be standing here. The ball is passed to the other side of the field, meaning I have to reposition myself. So where would I be standing? I would be standing approximately here. Once more, not too far, not too close. You also have to keep eye on the field players, because they can determine on the next move. For example, my best guess will be this is someone who is free. Okay, so I will be not going too far because I'm not going to kill him, I'm not going to rush to him. He is free, so I will be assuming he will be passing to one of these people here, or here, on the pass. For a goalkeeper, it is usually that you, the momentum, the arrow you see every time I click, it's very important that you don't put the arrow too far. It is effective when trying to intercept the ball, however, in such occasions you don't really need to intercept the ball because you will not be able to. Now 16 went for the ball. My guess is here is someone freer, so he will pass over 6, as you can see. This ball is way too far for me to reach, even with the momentum on 0. This means I have to retreat. Please keep in mind that because of the stats, I'm not super good compared to my other real account named Ninja Smarty, currently ranked #1 of Holland in skills. Now you always have to assume that the defender loses. So my guess, if 6 wins, if in this case he didn't, he will not be able to shoot because I am standing with a low momentum here, meaning I can easily get here, or I can still manage to get there. Three will intercept the ball. There is a huge amount of people in the center. They will try and create space for the pass. Or in this idea. Let's say 9 is free at the moment, and you see that 9 will go for the ball. I will, in this case, have a small momentum, not full, because 9 is able to perhaps reach the ball, which I don't think he will. But if he does, I'm still able to reach here. Now 9 is not moving, so you don't need to move. And it's out anyways. Okay, goal kicks. You need different kinds of skills, which I will talk about later, to do a successful kick. Usually you ask your teammates to create space. Okay? However, because everyone is marked here, I tried, like as you saw, to around here, so that 29 and 22 will be able to get the ball. However, because no one was free, he inside the ball. It is important for a goalkeeper to know what type of shots they do. If the opponent does a controlled shot by clicking on them and to see what type of shot they do, if it is controlled between 1 and 3 bars, you can see the mountain bars here, usually when the shot happens. If it's between 1 and 3, you save the ball. You don't punch, you save the ball. If it's more than 3, you always punch. This is the same with hard shots. Hard shots, 3 or higher, 3, 4 or 5, usually means, as you can see by the way, you get forward. 3, 4 or 5 means punch. Usually, depending on your skills, 2 is a punch as well. However, if you have star quality reflexes and skills, usually a save would do the job. By the way, he went out, as you could see, because 22 was offside, so it was good work. In this case, I'm not going out because they can possibly reach there, and 14, the last offender, will be able to reach the ball. Now, because he's in the center, right, and didn't win the ball, I will be standing in the center. So even though he shoots, I will be able to stand both sides. Welcome back to the goalkeeper FID. As you can see, a cross is currently made. I am in a position to take either one of these guys on. He is not doing anything. This means that these guys will probably spread out. Or not. It is essential for the cross, that you are in a good position to intercept the ball. Now, I have no idea why this person is not doing anything. Because I just gave him dinner. But because he wants time away. There you go, it stopped. Okay, second half, second time, or whatever it's called. I think he wants the penalties. Okay, we have the ball here, so I will be standing approximately here, because I feel safe that I can be able to recover as soon as the opponent has the ball. As you can see, whenever I leave the box, I will set my momentum to 0%. This is very crucial because a goalkeeper usually doesn't have any skills compared to field players. Usually a goalkeeper has keeper position, passing with hands, aerial ability. These are the goalkeeper positions as you can see on this side of the field. Currently for this player, this test match engine, Julius Caesar, keeper position, passing with hands, aerial ability and handling are very essential. Now I don't want to interfere with this goal, so I'll return back. Okay, skills with importance. Whoa, 100. It is important for the current stats to be very high. Aerial ability, reflex. I can't scroll down. There, reflex. It is important to have a very high reflex level. 70, not good enough. 80, getting there. 85, well, maybe. However, the best thing is for keepers to have 95. In other words, SQ, star quality. This is a very important attribute for any skill, any operation you do with the goalkeeper. Try and get your reflexes to a good level. I would say at 18, well, as soon as you turn 19, I suggest having around, I don't know, 60, 65, perhaps 70 reflex. 19, you should be able to get to the 80, and then just progress onwards follow it as following. Now, the second important skill attribute is keeper position. Keeper position. This allows your goalkeeper to be in the best possible position to do any possible save. You might say agility is also is similar to that. However, this is not always the case. Let's say for keeper position, you know how to stand. For example, if there's an opponent and he's shooting from the side, you know you have to stand next to the ball, of course, to minimize your chance of scoring the goal, letting the others concede a goal. Agility is more of, well, agility, I guess. It is different. Keeper position is very crucial. Third on the list, which is not on the list here, is, why can't I scroll down? One touch. It is a rumor, or people say, one touch is very useless for a keeper because it's not in the keeper list. However, one touch is very useful when making punches. Punches increase the chance of able to make a save. If you have high one touch, like me for example, as star quality, you will have good chance of saving the ball. One touch is for punching the ball. There's also one for saving the ball. You know there are two options as goalkeeper, right? So I don't need to go into detail. That's anticipation. Anticipation is to know how to get to the ball and how to do the best thing, you know, like yeah. So anyways, right, then it's important to have other attributes. Okay, now we won. Go to another one. Refresh this one. Alright, as you can see, he decided to one touch it back to the goal. This person is offside, so what to do? As you can see, the ball has to be in the center of your dot to make the best possible combination there is. As you can see, no one is free, so I will pass the ball to the side. If there was no one here, I would pass to 15 or 16 because they are closest. If you don't have any other move and everyone is marked, kick it away. Minimum, if you know they have lots of people here, you can kick it to the sides. Yeah. Like I said with the dots earlier, having the dot in the center of your circle increases the chance of winning the ball, or winning fight for the ball. In other words, your chance for likeliness to save the ball increases. This means you don't want to be in front or behind the ball. this is a very crucial tip you have to take about the center of the dot, because if you don't do it, you can if you can interpret yourself as a goalkeeper, you start punching the ball if it's still in the air, not anywhere near you. Okay. This means that as soon, like I said, like I'm times probably now, get the ball in the center of the dot, the circle. Now he's making a run down the side, and I'm probably sure that this person continues to step over as a person. Managed to get past the defense. Okay, so now I have a reflex keep. No, not this one. This one. Okay, he's taking a shot. I think this is a shot. I can always see. Try and get the ball. Okay, so as the ball comes, and here, if you can receive the ball, always receive the ball. As you can see, 2 bars. Okay. Now, if this was a shot, try and save the ball since it's 2 bar. If you can receive the ball with hands, always take it. This is because you have very high chance, unless getting a red star, which happens very unlikely after the updates nowadays, that this will actually happen. Now, if this is a through pass, okay, I will be, and I'm sure no one will get it. In this case, is the defender here. If he didn't get it, you see that the opponents will not get it, and if there was no one here, I could easily intercept the ball if I have high skills, but you don't need skills for that, so you don't need skills, that's good. What skills do we have? Okay, now, we are sure, as you probably saw, there is a person inside of 17, Xabi Alfonso. This means I don't want to be sure, I'm not sure that he will guarantee the run. Now, in this case, if you can see there he is, he tried to tackle the 17. So he can't tackle the ball now from the other. So I am sure I can at least put a minimum momentum, so the next turn I take, I will be able to move a little further than normal. For a goalkeeper, it is very crucial to always foresee what's going on and take a best estimate of what is going to happen next. Because this actually determines how good you are in goalkeeper. Because if you can see that there's a player right next to here and there's a cross, you can probably see that you need to stand here, because otherwise he takes a shot or he will pass and then shoots and the goal. Other skills which are very important, as I told earlier, agility. This is not me by the way. Defensive position, even though you might think defensive position, a goalkeeper having high defense is good, it actually only involves defensive players, so you will not need high this. Vision, together with high pass, is currently what I have on my own goalkeeper. It greatly improves the accuracy of your passes, so it's useful. However, I suggest not training that until you're actually a solid or a great goalkeeper and able to save the ball. Because, I mean, what is a goalkeeper if you can't save the ball but only kick the ball away? That means they will just come back every time. Ball control, you don't need this. I talked about one touch, it's very important. You don't really need speed. Like, for example, now I can run this far. Speed is only important when you are running it. I don't really consider it that great of use. Passing with hands, it's not a skill you actually like need all the time. Passing with hands is more like only when you are passing the ball with your hands. It's that straightforward. It increases the chance of successfully passing the ball with your hands and having a greater accuracy. If you're passing with hands slow, you could possibly risk passing the ball to the opponent, which it's not very pleasurable. High passing together with vision, it's great for accuracy passes and goal kicks. Strength. Strength is more only used for players who want to fight for the ball. And with fight I don't mean like take a shotgun and shoot someone. With fight I mean, like for example they did, 18 won fight for the ball, or become reachable. To win fight for the ball, you know what I mean. Anticipation, talked, aerial ability. Aerial ability is only used, this is for example a green line. You can have, as you saw earlier, a red line and a yellow line. Yellow line is for, the color of the lines indicates how high the ball is. Green means it's on the floor. Orange means it's about your chest height. Red means it's over your head. In other words, it's like you scored a home run, like handling. Handling affects how well you will be able to save the ball and keep hold of it. Like for example, if they shoot and you have high handling abilities, one, you will now at the moment, I'll continue that. Because it's nearly time, I will be able to, because this is a free kick, to get out of the goal and help as an extra defender. Now don't do this when the timer is too long. Okay, so this could be a problem, so I'm just returning. This could be a problem when the ball is passed wrong. That's one of the biggest problems there is with an ball. Okay, so handling. If they shoot the ball and you manage to save the ball, okay, I don't know why. You have the chance of actually grabbing the ball with your hands, or saving the ball. So sometimes you might have noticed that a goalkeeper, even though he saved the ball, it says here somewhere in the match flow that it is bad trajectory for the goalkeeper and he missed the ball. I'm free, so. And I got the ball just in time. I'm not a shooter, so I'm just gonna try shoot. Okay, stars are important too. Yeah. 2 bars, this means he should save the ball because it is a controlled shot. However, I'm not sure if it's a bottom off. Okay, yeah, he shot the ball. You see here, oh, it's a low pass. Okay, so my shot isn't great enough because my strength is too short, too low. Like I said earlier, anticipate what the ball 18 is going to get for it. Yeah, I can't get the ball. And you know, FID is all about having fun. You don't want to be goalkeeper against the bot team if you are winning 20-0, 30-0 or something. I don't even know like the score. And it's time anyways. So this is what I mean. Now the ball's out of the box, it's time. And they will not be able to get the ball there. So no action. No action means you will not use your stamina level at all. See, I didn't move, but everyone else moved, and now it's all done. Don't get yourself fooled. 30 minutes. This is only for the test matches. In a normal match, you know, if you don't know any football yet, this is the first time playing a football match. Um, Okay, so as you see, the bots is here. What does that mean? I wasn't paying attention, that's why I'm here. Like I said, for 14 is, I will usually be standing there. Half time indicates you will get more stamina back. So if you are at the 80, which is, well, I guess, unless you're helping the attack with the bot game, try not get it below 85 minimum, 85, because you also need, for the next matches, you need those stamina levels too. Okay, now this is a free kick. Usually in free kicks, I will not help the attack. It's, by the way, yellow card. I will not help attack because it is not the time. The time is not near any half time or full time. I'm standing here because they can always pass the ball back to me. However, I don't want to be in the position where if the ball comes here and I'm all the way over here and there's an attacker, let's say here, that he can get the ball, no one's free and it's one-on-one. Now in the case that, because I'm Ninja Smarty, I'm very good on one-on-ones, I don't have problems with it. However, positioning is key. In other words, you need to position yourself very well. Also in here, don't like, even though it's like small slight thing, you don't need to move every time, because every time you move, your stamina level, it's all about the stamina level and the confidence. The higher the confidence and the better you perform during the match, the better you will perform. This together comes with that, by the way. You also get, sorry, flipping up and down the page every time, but you get some very little amount of confidence every day from training. So if you are very low and you want to get up, train. Okay, here you see the different levels. Red, yellow, and green. Green is where it's on the floor. Yellow is in chest height, and red is home run. It's like out. In other words, you didn't have to do anything because it was out. For goal kicks, usually I will. My personal preference is to look where the opponents are, and because it's at the left side, I prefer to be standing out of the box on the right side. But if you're looking that way, now the ball's pass. Now, as you're the last defender, always think the defender is going to lose. I know it sounds weird as a goalkeeper, and I don't want to say that your teammates will fail. I'm just saying there's always a chance that your teammate will get a red star. Like for example now, I don't know if it's a red star, but it's not a red star, it's too high. Yeah, so if 8 men to get the ball, you know, you don't want it to be over a drop shot, I mean not a drop shot, a high pass into your goal. Therefore, you always have to be careful. Now, in this case, it's at the right side, at the other side. So I'm going to position myself at the other side. A goal kick, throw in, and I think there are only two of those. Are no offsides. There are no offsides for goal kick or throw in. This means that if the ball comes here, okay, if the ball comes here, the person who got the ball, what am I saying? Oh yeah, if the ball comes here, I can still move away while the ball's in the air. Okay, so okay, if I was a goalkeeper here, one, I would be in a terrible position because you can still score this side, or the goalkeeper got lucky. There is a person standing here. In this case, I will be standing approximately here. The reason is, even if it's a high pass, I can move back, assuming you have no momentum into the forward position. Or, if the ball comes and it's a bad pass, you will be able to intercept the ball. Not only that, but if the player's here and you're here, and it's like a simulation, like a one-on-one, you have positioned yourself in such a way that you covered most of the goal. Covering the goal is crucial. Now, in this case, if the ball comes, you see, and this person is offside, I can get the ball. Please keep in mind, always zero momentum in such balls, unless the ball goes sideways or something. Because if you have the ball and you pass the ball, and by accident, it can always happen, the opponent managed to intercept the ball, and you have the wrong momentum. Okay. You will not be able to recover as fast as that they will be able to set themselves up to score. Okay, 11 is offside again, and I'm standing there. It is a good pass, except I should have passed it to 9 or 7 or 10 if I was in. Now, because assuming that 8 will win the ball, I am already positioning myself in such a way that even though he wins, he can't high lob the ball. Because high lobbing the ball into the goal, it's like saying, you know, like, you have terrible position and I scored a high ball, not even the shots. You know, it's like, well, I don't really know how to explain it. Okay, now 21 is in good position. Personally, I would have moved a slightly bit up because the angle here is too great. Now I'm having a small momentum because, once again, like earlier explained in this video, I am sure 21 will get the ball at least by next thing. Usually when the ball is passed to the side, you don't need to be moving that far. You just have to be approximately standing here in the center. Because even the smallest angle has a big difference if you measure from an angle. as you see, the goalkeeper is in bad position because he will be able to shoot it from the side if he shots. It would be better if the dot was around here, because you can block the side and you can block the other side. This is a classical example of the goalkeeper errors. This is usually what bots do. They assume that wherever the arrow is, that's where it will end. This is not the case. This will result if you do that. It's basically you can intercept the ball from wherever they manage to intercept the ball. And the opponent has the ball to be standing on the dot in the center.
Get up, lift up, move your feet, yeah. This is how I roll. White no lenses, big afro. Rock little freaks on animal. When I drop that beat, make the crowd go. Oh, and I love to dance. Just beat the beat, better shake your pants. Shake your pants.
I have a few rules myself which I like to adapt to. If the ball is further than this halfway line, I usually tend to be between here and usually here. Usually if it's between this area or this area, depending on the situation, I'll usually be standing inside the box still. Usually, let's give it an average, on this line or this line, if I was the other goalkeeper, I will usually be standing outside further than the box. Okay. Also, what I tend to do, like for example now, it's around halfway, so I will be standing just outside the box, not too far, not too close. Then if it's on this line, okay, this line, I will usually be standing on the first line, and if it's further than here, I usually tend to move only like to maximum here. Okay, the ball comes over, and this is actually a ball for their goalkeeper to move out. However, this, I think it's a bot, so I'm not sure. In such balls, if you know there's no one going to be there, just move out. Go full momentum. Unless you can get the ball, then go zero momentum again. What should you do in this position? This is a terrible position to be in. Ta-da! A lob. Do not go out too far, especially when there's one-on-one. This is the problem one. He can just easily lob the ball over your head into the room. And I'm standing here because of some bold moves. Goal! Woo! Goal. Okay, let's go into the skills now, because you do not want to underperform. This is with any footballers. Technical. Ball control. You don't really need ball control. It's basically how well you can control the ball with your feet. One touch. Let me just move the page up. One touch. One touch is a skill that determines the footballer's ability to predict or identify the intended targets by pass, header or shot, while at the same time calculating, anticipating how to interact with the upcoming ball in order to reach the target. One touch is therefore the attribute that increases chance of performing a good direct pass by foot or head. A footballer that is highly likely in the art of one touch can perform direct passes such as good as they would have been able to do if he had received the ball first. This is a passing skill that is typical for a player type of footballer where it's able to direct passes is a big advantage. The one-touch attribute is also used when the footballer tries to perform direct actions on goals such as direct shots or headers, and can also therefore be very useful for forwards. Keeper specific, useful when trying to interact with the ball without the intention of keeping it. Lots of text, yes, with only one phrase for the goalkeeper specific. This, I feel, is one of the very most important skills for a footballer, even though it only has one sentence. The reason for that is you need to be able to one-touch the ball, punch the ball in danger situations. I will go over specials at next. Yeah, tackling. Even though yes, you use your hands for tackling, you don't really need a high tackling to tackle the ball from someone with hands. Dribbling, unless you are a goalkeeper deciding to play as a forward, which I highly doubt. You don't really need dribbling. High pass, goal kicks, yes, very important. Low pass, but I don't really use low passes often because every time I intercept the ball, like I'll show in the next video, is probably very important. Curving, well, it is important, but I don't really use it that much because, well, it's only about passing. You pass the ball, and if you have a higher curve, it's a chance that the opponent will get the ball is less. And blocking, you do not need blocking. The reason why I have this as high is because when I started, I thought blocking was like saving the ball. However, it has no correlation at all. Scoring position, you know, we're not forward. Anticipation. This is a very important skill. It is, let's just go keeper specific, to be able to predict the ball trajectory path of its great importance for receiving the ball, but also when deciding where and how to get the ball before the opponents. You need this in fights for the ball and in saving the ball. Not punching the ball, saving the ball. This is because having a higher anticipation means you will be able to predict the ball strategy and be able to just do the correct action at the correct time to make the save. I highly advise this one, by the way. Defense position only used for defenders, not in goalkeepers, so do not worry. Your vision, I suggest 62, 60, 70. Well, I don't really. It's important for together with high pass to make a good pass, but you know, just work on your keeper attributes, which will come later. Next, fearlessness. It is important when you're fighting against the opponents to win the ball fights. However, since you have hands, you usually highly likely will win anyways. And going over the specials later, if you have one of the specials, you will usually tend to use it. Also, it doesn't really happen often where you actually fight for a ball unless crosses or a corner or a free kick has been taken place. But you don't really need fearlessness, in my opinion. Finishing, all shooting attributes. Shooting strength, the reason why I have 21 is because when I started playing Football Identity, I thought that it was the strength of how far you could kick it, the ball, during a cross. However, this is not true. This is only used for forwards and midfields who like to pass, shoot the ball inside the goal. It makes it hard. The harder the shooting strength, the harder for the goalkeeper. Okay, now to the main part and focus of the keeper attributes. Aerial ability, like I said, it is quite important for a high ball like the orange, for example, one. If you have a higher aerial ability, your chance for saving the ball in the air increases. Now, I don't have a super high one. However, together with the low other stats, they balance each other out. This also, it says, handle situations where they have to fight for the ball. So that's only high though. Keeper position, this is probably one of the, I suggest, the second or third most best skill to improve. First being reflexes, which is next. Keeper position is a skill how well a goalkeeper can position their body in order to have the most advantage point of performing any of their keeper actions. This works together with acceleration, which is above here. Sorry, agility. I always mess it on up. Where is it? You quite need this pretty high, because you need to know what you do and stuff like that. Reflexes. This is very important. This is probably the skill you want to go up first, because you want to be able to have high reflexes to save the ball, especially when the ball is very close or the shooter is very close. It's like similar to you might have played that game where someone has a ruler and you try and catch the ruler, right? The higher the reflexes, the better, the quicker you can do it. Handling is skills that decide how well a goalkeeper can handle the ball with their hands and how the keeper can hold onto the ball while saving. This is when doing a save, not a punch. The save, when you're doing a save, it sometimes could be that it says that you have it's bad trajectory for the goalkeeper, and so it's like a punch. However, the difference between a bad save, that's how they call it, and a punch is that a bad save, you can get the ball the same turn, the next turn after you save the ball. Yeah, I guess. And passing with hands is basically, you might have saw like a few passes with I did. It's basically the accuracy of how well you pass, and not to be forgotten, it's also affects how well a goalkeeper is directing tough shots away from the goal instead of into the goal. You might have sometimes seen, like I will show you right now, we played a match yesterday, the 28th, and in the first few minutes, just loading. Okay, this is me here. As you can see, this is the first few minutes. This is what happens when your skill is low. He shoots, he punches the ball, and it moves into the goal. This means that he will have low skills in that particular handling skill. Now moving further. You see, this is what happens when you have bad position. Okay, so this is, for example, my thing. This is their attack, and this is me. Right? Having good position always goes back to what if the defender misses, like in this case. Right? So I am in a good position at the moment. I block each side. Like, for example, right now, I will be able to save the ball if he shoots. If he puts it to the side, I can get it. If he puts it to this side, I can get it. If he passes the ball here, I will still be able to move outside of here, which increases the chance of saving the ball, because you are, well, you can see which will come next. Or if the ball is here, I will be able to run as quick as possible because of my star quality acceleration to the other side where my mouse currently is. As you can see, he starts walking there. What does he do? He passes the ball. Oh, sorry, my fault. He comes over, right? He can't shoot. He passes. 2 attackers versus, I think that's 2 defenders of us. Now we have an amazing defense, okay? However, what if the attackers still won? They can shoot the ball, they can lob the ball, but then since my momentum is on 0, I will be able to go together with my star quality acceleration to run back into the goal and save the, and intercept the ball from a goal, from a high pass. Or, as you can see, the attacker could, the maximum distance he can shoot is past me here, past me, inside the goal. From this I can get the ball. If he shoots from here, it's harder for me. However, I will still be able to save the ball because, you see, this is how far the distance where the ball will be. You see? So this is a good position. However, we have a great defense and it's cleared away. Now, 31st turn, 37th turn. Okay, I'll give you an example now, okay? This is me here once again. This is 41st minute. He runs with the ball. By the way, 15 is their star striker. He managed to get the ball, and check this out. He shoots, however, intercepting where the ball will be at the time where in the center of the dot increases your chance. In other words, when he shoots, I save the ball. Greater chance of probability. I also saved the ball because it was a 2-bar shot. I'll show you again. Alright, here he goes. And he shoots. Now, I have a... you can't see that. He has a control shot, you can't see it. Anyways, what I do is I high pass the ball. Accuracy is here. 216 where he's free. Now this is just an example of a good goalkeeper. Make sure your weekly salary is also pretty good. Oh, by the way, by the age of 24, I highly recommend you getting a few star qualities. Right, skills. Other than stats, there are also skills. Skills increase, it's like a multiplier to your skills. Okay? You have different styles of stars, as you can see. These are more used for to field players. And as you can see, there are 5 stars. You can say that each star is increased in 20%. However, do not quote me because I do not know exactly the values. However, since, you know, 100% is 5 stars, I think. 100 divided by 5 is 20, so I'm assuming they're 20% each. The further they get, the higher you get into your levels, the greater the chance of success. Yeah. Okay, so the most important skills for a goalkeeper are Superman Punch, Lightning Save, and Airspace Interception. Now, I'll go over the most important thing, Superman Punch. Superman Punch is used by a goalkeeper in tight situations. It's like punching the ball. It does exactly the same thing. However, it increases your chance, as I said earlier, multiplies your stats with the amount of stars, okay? Like for example, since I have star quality, only a very, very tough shot I will be able to fill punch. You also have to check on the amount of times you can use the match. Superman Punch can be used 2 times per match. In other words, it's very important that you count each time you use one, because if you are in a tight situation and you don't have any more Superman Punch, Lightning Save, or Airspace Interception, you have run out and used probably Lightning Save. It's the same as a save. You can only use it once, however, but it increases the chance for a save, similar to the Superman Punch. The most important skill you should have is the Superman Punch. You should always, when you start, always try and get this one first. Then this one when it's at least 2 stars. Then you should have 1 star. And then each time you have 1 higher Superman Punch, you should have 1 higher Lightning Save. Until where I am at the moment, where I have 5 Superman Punch and can't get higher. Lightning Save, since it's only used 1 time per match, I like to focus myself on the stats itself, such as passing with hands, which I only have 54 I believe. I like to train that first. The lower the stars, the quicker these training. For example, I could possibly get with my wage, let's say 80% finished with my first star. But then when I get to the second, it probably takes 50% each day, 30%, 6%, 3%. So the higher you get, the longer it will take for your skills to increase. Now, as I said earlier, you don't really need to fight for the ball, only a few times. Therefore, the Airspace Interception is the substitute for this. It is used 2 times per match, not too often, and it will increase the chance of winning a fight for the ball. Okay? This is only when a high pass is made into the own penalty area. Do not confuse yourself with this and the redemption. I think it's called Zidane Redemption. This is used for off-field players. The difference between Zidane Redemption and Airspace Interception is Airspace Interception, you're using your hands. So yeah, it's for goalkeeper, remember. However, it doesn't say that. You can like assume that Airspace Interception, you use your hands so you can reach the ball higher, while a Zidane Redemption just increases receiving difficult balls to come from football height, and it doesn't use his hands. So yeah, unless you have very good skills and you are happy with your skills, an alternate thing you could use is increase your Maradona pass. However, since I have 71 and 61 for vision and high pass, even though Maradona pass increases the accuracy of succeeding a high pass to teammates or goal, I don't really suggest for myself doing this. However, feel free to do this. Skills which are definitely not used: bicycle kick, step over dribble, ball cover, sliding tackle. Ball cover I've seen very rarely. However, you can use it. For example, when you have the ball and the opponents are going to you, you could possibly use ball cover, but I don't know why you should not use ball cover. I mean, why to use ball cover at all? Airspace clearing, more for defender actually. More aerial territory and from the clearing ball. Backhand cross, you can't cross from your own area. Chip shot, you're not shooting. Split vision pass, you could use that in like one touch abilities. However, if you have star quality, skills. You don't really need that, I guess. You don't dribble, you don't block at all. Never block with the goalkeeper. Never block with the goalkeeper. I don't know how often I have to say that. However, every time I see someone blocking a ball. And sure, probably don't really need that. So this is pretty much the guide. If you have any questions, feel free to message me by just going to the side, and well, I've changed it, but feel free to contact me at all. New videos will be made once in a while on my YouTube channel. Feel free to follow me on this journey to I have an entire story, by the way, here about how I created myself, and I haven't uploaded this often, but I won the Romanian Cup, and I'm the youngest Dutch football player in the national team. You see, 24, but then I have higher skills. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, feel free to just search Ninja Smarty, I think. Oh, no, sorry, not Ninja Smarty. The Samuel. No, the Ninja.
Niet voorspellen wat hij allemaal tegenkomt in je leven. Maar wie kritisch is, reageert alert op veranderingen. Delta kritisch op het juiste moment.
Okay, feel free to just click Ninja Smarty Football, and you will probably see a few links here and there. Minecraft with Ninja Smarty, Ninja versus Super Shot, different kinds of shots. Feel free to subscribe, like any video. I will be posting some videos and tutorials by request of you guys. Thank you very much for listening, and good luck at your